be 6:05. I'm Dr. James Gambrell. I'm excited to work with you this semester, and I'm going to kind of show you how I designed the course. And there will probably most weeks be a little quick video introduction. This week might be a tinge longer than other weeks just because I'm getting to know what you need and want. Um, I heavily use the announcements. So right after I do this video, I'll post this week's announcements in here. And there will usually either be a written or a video explanation of the week or both. And so I'm excited to work with you, and I'll put that up here and there. Right after creating this video, my goal is to complete the syllabus. I'll have that up momentarily, and that'll be here. And then each week has a module. And a lot of these resources were designed by my predecessor, and she did an amazing job. I may add some to make the course mine, and I'll show you an example of that later. So she put in, here's week one, here's what you're supposed to do. And because this course is designed for you to write a research proposal, you won't do the actual research, you're writing a full proposal. Week one is really to remind you about APA and to get you excited and thinking about what would I want to do a research proposal on, kind of a thing, and what kind of methods would I use. And so that's what this is. And so I'll show you in a minute when I get out of this. There are a lot of things that are just there for you to kind of peruse more than deep reading this week. So it looks like a lot, but I promise you it's not. And you're going to review the APA guidelines, and you're going to look back at your former texts, your articles that you've done, and kind of see what kind of method did they use, what kind of topics am I passionate about and excited. If you are going to actually conduct the research, part of this would be I would ask you to think about what data you have access to and what student or other, who would you use as the population to be researched? Who do you have access to? But you won't actually do it. So this is more of a dreaming up what a research design would be. So your actual to-dos this week there is a discussion where you introduce yourself. It's well designed. I didn't change anything on that because I loved it. And then there's a APA little mini test. That won't take you very long at all. So let's go back and look at week one. There's the quiz. It's like a few questions. I don't think it'll take you 10 minutes. And then here's some ideas just to get you ruminating, or I call it germinating, the idea about what you want to propose. So these are some looks back and some resources for teacher action research. If any of you want some more either articles or more publications that talk about any of the theoretical frameworks or methods that I talked about in my personal introduction, I'm happy to add them in as well. And then you are to do this discussion. So you look at the discussion, you're gonna introduce yourself. I realize that at this point of your master's degree, you've probably done this 47 times, but I don't know you, and I'm excited to know you. And we already have students posting in here. But you get a little extra. It says for full credit, create a multimodal. Like I want to see video or pictures to go with the images and text. So I get to know you a little bit, because reading just paragraphs gets a little boring. And like I said, I'm guessing you have these already, but I don't know you, and I'm excited to get to know you. And then the other to do is this APA quiz, and it's mostly like true and false questions to just honestly, this isn't so much of a test as to remind you about APA, because that is a huge expectation for this week. So you have that, and then there's also guidelines for the final paper for this class, and so that's here just to get you thinking, and it kind of shows you like, hey, this should be this long, this should be this long. The final paper is about 15 pages, and that's 15 pages APA, right? So Times New Roman 12-point font. They've approved a few other ones since the last edition, and that's fine if you use those. 1-inch margins all around. That ends up being between 250 and 300 words a page, in APA format, closer to 300 usually. And so you'll do 15 pages. But what I'm hoping you'll see in this class is it's not hard. It's not longer papers aren't hard. They're just shorter chunks of papers strung together. And I'm going to show you that. You can do it. So familiarize yourself with the final expectations of the course. And then a few years ago, for a group of grad students similar to y'all, they were at the beginning of their master's program. Y'all are towards the end. I made this little primer where I just showed in the writing, I just took one page of the in-text part of my dissertation and one page from the references to kind of show you what's expected for APA writing. Like often we talk about rules, but we don't show you it in the paper. And so I made that and I included that here as well. Everything's due this. I'm not going to give a date because I hope to use this video in future semesters. But for example, in this semester, you can see the week and then when everything's due. That will be there for your semester as well. Looking forward to getting to know you through the introductions, and have a great week.